In other words, if you remove the 0.5%, an equivalent amount on the expenditure side will have to go. Those are policy choices not made by me. Now it's before Parliament. Parliament is representing different political parties. Those political parties have got to make those choices.
But well, I think we were very frank with each other. We spoke directly. It was very constructive, but we didn't mince our words. We all agreed that you need to have a rules-based GNU, but it has to start with the foundation stone of the statement of intent that we negotiated in June last year, and everything can build on that. And once we respect the statement of intent, we can certainly extend that to create rules for various different forms of engagement and decision-making.
There's actually 32 projects nationally that we're going to be reviving under the Special Projects Delivery Unit that's been established in the department. This is a ministerial intervention, because what we found is that too many buildings and too many projects just stall and never get completed. And so we thought that it would be fitting to launch that here at the Sarah Baartman Centre for Remembrance, which has been going for 10 years and is still not completed.
Let me say, I'm not married to any percentages or any increase. You will recall that I presented in Cabinet on the 4th of February a budget with no tax increases. That budget is still available. So the issue is for people to make the policy choices. If you don't have tax increases, then you must then say, how do you make sure that the fiscal framework balances? In other words,
what we find is that officials and contractors are able to use the names of important South Africans like Sarah Baartman to get away with corruption and maladministration in these contracts. And so it is disturbing what has taken place. It's disturbing that this has gone on for so long. In fact, it is an assault on the legacy of someone like Sarah Baartman, and that this has just gone on for the period of time that it is. So
sad. Parliament's resolution is that the parties will make proposals to me which will not undermine the fiscal framework, but will replace the revenue I would have generated with the 0.5%. And that's what parties have got to do. A number of parties have made those submissions to me to that effect. The second set of issues is that both Section 12 of the PFMA.
Well, there has never been a decision to leave the GNU, so there doesn't have to be a decision to stay in the GNU. We continue in the GNU. We continue to push the envelope. We continue to drive a growth and jobs agenda. We realize it's not going to be easy, but we brought into a big challenge, and that was to ensure that we rescue South Africa and we use the GNU to get economic growth, to remove the obstacles to growth, and to ensure that more people get into jobs. That is our objective here, and that is why we flex our muscles and fight for the people against a VAT increase and for economic reforms that will lead to growth and jobs.
Of time that it is. So we've taken 32 projects, from this one to courts, to prisons, community centres, any other projects that have been delegated to public works. These are going to be turbocharged and completed within the next 12 months or so. We have a panel of contractors that we have appointed. They are highly specialized and capable, so they'll be able to get the job on time, done on time and on budget.
Of the VAT Act do not give me an automatic power to change it. Parliament has the power to change it once we make the necessary proposals, and we will therefore, if Parliament decides the way, assist in the formulation of a proposal to change it.